All right, back again, back again. So in some ways, I would say I do feel pretty okay about today's progress. Gonna try and do a good bit more before logging off for the night. Um, so let's see how well this sets us up for the weekend. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'll have a lot more time to work on this. I guess. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Yeah, that sounds fine. So, um, here we go. So let's go back to the ClickOps console. Let's see here. Let's close out some of these tabs, I suppose. What are we looking at here? Water filtration. Okay, well, we'll want to come back to some of these photo ideas. Like, I feel like, so, like, it's these 2 pages right now, which are just this basic information and then this form that doesn't do anything yet. So, pretty sad. I feel like we're going to probably want more pages, I guess. I feel like more pages will make it seem more professional somehow, maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know. Okay, so can we get into the console? Yeah, this looks right. Okay, so in our aquavantage.com bucket, we're going to ClickOps our way through here. So we have an index HTML. So that's from earlier. So now we're going to choose files. And let's make sure we're in that location. Nope, not that. Misclick. Remove. We want this. Okay, so we're going to want these fonts and these images. Yeah, that doesn't seem horrible. Okay. So I'm going to hit upload. Great. So now, if we go to the, like, site here, let's see if it... Oh, gosh. What happened there? Why does it look like that? What the... Oh, that's strange. Okay, well, we want to fix that, of course. What? I don't know how it ended up garbled. Let's ask ChatGPT on this one. I've never heard of this. Let's go to our friendly ChatGPT. Hi, I had a problem today when doing web dev. The file locally has text like this. After uploading to S3, the live website has the text garbled. What do you think Honestly, here, let me just do like even more of it, because like that, a lot of that is really garbled. Chat GPT. What do you think are the steps to take next in order to fix the text encode? Oh, you know what? I don't even need to send it to ChatGPT. We just need to check that we have the text encoding. Look, in my... I never set the text encoding in my index file, did I? Yeah, you're supposed to put a meta in here saying what your encoding is, right? I think you are. So I'm not gonna even send it to ChatGPT. Forget it. Let's just close that. So if we look at it here, I think if we look at one of these, let's see, can only audit. Yeah, that's not what we want. We want well, there's something that'll tell you. So let's just look at it on MDN. Okay, MDN HTML meta char set. Meta char. Okay, let's not look at the AI overview. Meta. So we're supposed to set a char set. And we want to choose UTF-8. So, let's see. Do you think that's really the problem? It's the first thing I'm going to try. Meta char set equals UTF-8. Is it like that? Okay, let's try that. So all we did was add this meta char set. Could that be what went wrong? It doesn't quite seem right, but let's try that before anything else. So we're going to come back here and update the file. Click ops. Actually, this click ops already seems a bit too much, but sure, let's just hit it. Okay, so we updated that. Is this any better? It is. So that was it then. All right. All right. Well, that's something. Okay, let's go to our next step. That's crazy. So I believe our next step was to create the CloudFront distribution, right? So we don't have any yet, so we're going to go ahead and create Aqua Vantage. And we're going to use one that we have, which is aquavantage.com. Check. Okay. And yes, it is an S3 origin, so we'll choose the bucket here. Wait. Yes, this one. Has static web hosting enabled. if you plan to use this distribution as a website, we recommend using the S3 website endpoint rather than the bucket endpoint. Okay. Easy peasy, I guess. So, sure. And I'm not going to enable that because that's like $8 a month minimum, which would be like way more than I'm intending to spend on this one. So let's hit next. And let's see. So we do want to create a certificate. It does not need to be wildcard because I'm not planning to use any form of subdomain whatsoever. Maybe it would be good to have www, but I'm not going to worry about it in this moment. Amazing. Wasn't that smooth? Don't they make it nice sometimes? Some of the click ops are nice. Or they can be. So yeah, so we'll choose that. That's good. Okay. So can't be reached, but within a couple, so it's deploying. That might take like 2 minutes. So I will step outside and sip on some seltzer water. And I'll be right back. It's really, really nice weather outside tonight. Really nice weather out tonight. Really, really nice. All right. So, it would be so, so good if we can get that form to kind of work. I'm not sure how far I can get on it, but let's see if I can get anywhere at all. Let's see what can actually work with that not stupid. It's fine. The form is fine, but it doesn't do anything yet, obviously. So, um, if I get the form to actually work, that'll be really good. That'll be a step in the right direction, I think. Okay, so successfully created. It says deploying. Okay. Okay, so it's oh, wait a minute. No luck just yet. Okay, let's see. Route domains to CloudFront. Oh, we need to, yeah, that's something that hasn't been done yet. But I think it'll take care of it right now. Check that out. Check that out. Ah, yeah. Okay, so now if we look in our Route 53, let's see what it looks like. Hosted zones. Yep, there it is. So it added it for us. Isn't that neat? That was pretty sweet. That was pretty sweet. All right, so now what if we try to load it again? No luck just yet. Again, like I should have done that before stepping outside. Anyway, so have we been on API Gateway yet? I don't see it here. Do I have it on my other one? So here's API Gateway. What, if anything, did we do while here? Nothing. We didn't do anything. So we're going to probably want to do that. So let's choose API Gateway. API Gateway. So we're going to want this in order to make our cute little form work, right? And, you know, it kind of makes sense. So let's go ahead and create an API. Oh, yes. So do we want HTTP, WebSocket, REST, or REST API? I remember being here before, and I'm pretty sure that we found that we wanted this one because I think they said it's cheaper than this one. But this is a good question for ChatGPT probably. I'm pretty sure I asked ChatGPT, but whatever, let's ask it again. Actually, I think I probably asked Claude. Let's ask ChatGPT. How do I choose between AWS API Gateway, HTTP API versus REST API? How do we choose? Okay, let's see what it says. Whoa, why did it use a brick wall emoji? What the heck? The emoji choices. Okay, so advanced request response customization. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought I remembered it saying, but I'm not super familiar with this topic. So we're gonna choose HTTP. I'm gonna choose build. The name will be Aqua Vantage. IPv4 should be fine, right? All right. And of course, it seems that we will want some manner of integration. And it looks like we can choose lambda. That makes sense. So let's choose that. Ah, yes. So this is why I didn't create it before, because we need the lambda function up. Although, I think I actually did get some manner of lambda function up. It just wasn't like... It wasn't complete. I got one up just to test, right? It just says, hello, lambda, 6 days ago. And you can test it somewhere. Test? Is that what I want to do? Maybe. Because there is one here. And if we go... Shoot. Oh, right here. It's not even that much on the page, but yeah. All right, so yeah, if we just hit test, then what does it say? It says succeeded, and then it says that some text came back to us. So that's fine. All right, so that was the other one. So now, basically, we just need to add a lambda function. So let's see if we can get some of that figured out. So I still haven't messed with the lambda function itself. Right? This is all that's in there right now. So this handler, let's see, what does this say? Make the handler available for remote procedure call. Okay, I think that was already in there. Okay, so this handler function here, it should take a context, I believe. Right? Let me see if in my history I have some of the docs that I was looking at. So when they do, so this is, yeah, this kind of shows us everything, right? So that's good. Wow. So we do lambda.start somewhere. Lambda.start. Oh, shoot, where is it? Learn the basics. That's really flickering over there. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the wrong place, actually. Let's look. Yeah, that was the wrong place. We wanted one of these others. It might actually be this one. Is it? Okay, yeah, here's what I copied in. And then... Uh-huh. Wait a minute. Shoot. Okay, well, we could check API gateway, because that's what we're going to do. I wonder if I did star what I was looking at before. Wait a minute, wait a minute. TypeScript. Lambda.start. Yes, okay, so here we go. So handle request. So this is what we want to pass in. So let's copy this. So we want to import JSON from wherever that is. Is it like encodings? I haven't been using much Go in quite some time now. Go JSON mod. Yeah, encoding JSON. Right? Undefined context. And even when I did use Go a bit, I actually never learned to use context, even though I know it's really important. Like, I practiced some Go, but I feel bad that I didn't learn. All right. Well, maybe I'll learn more now. Maybe that's what. Maybe I'm correcting a mistake or something. So is it just context? Standard library context. Okay. Neat. Okay. So then we are going to need. So I think what I want to do is try to just write a record to DynamoDB. There's other stuff that we're going to need to do, like sending an email and probably a text message notification. It's getting pretty late. It's after 9, and I do get up at 4 in the morning tomorrow. So I don't want to. I'm not going to be here all night. But okay. So setting up. So here's an example. So here we used this service S3. So this will kind of help us see what's going on. So in here, they went upload receipt to S3, and they passed in the context and a bucket name and a key and a receipt content. So is the receipt content from the event? So they went unmarshal. Okay, so that should have gotten us the order, and the order is something that was defined. Oh, interesting. I'm not going to get this done tonight. At least, probably not. Do we have other encodings available? GOB, JSON, XML, directories. Okay, ASCII 85, binary CSV, hex, PEM. Oh, shoot. Go HTML form data. I probably will just send it as JSON. I think that's going to just simply be simpler. So what did we do here? They're going to do form value from request. Oh. Yeah, that seems okay, but we're using a lambda. I think I am probably going to send it as JSON. Shoot. I like the idea of sending it as form data because, like, it's simpler or whatever. Mm. Yeah, it's getting late. Okay. So, probably JSON. All right, well, I can maybe, I guess, make it send JSON. Let's see. Yes, let's make it send JSON. So, because I can definitely do that much tonight, I think. Okay, so, oh man, I've got too much open here. All right, let's close some of these. Don't want that. Yes, this is the one. Okay. So they have this order defined. So let's look at where they defined the order. I'm just going to basically copy what they did. So they did type order struct. Okay. So I'm going to do type appointment struct. Okay. And it's going to be the same things we have in the page here, right? So name, so it's going to be name string. Is that how it's? I haven't practiced. So now name string JSON, let's say name, right? Okay, I'm going to bring this over here where I can see it on the other monitor. All right, then we want address line 1 string JSON address 1 line 1, yeah. Okay, address line 2, we have city string JSON city state, why is that big? String JSON state. We've got zip string. I guess, yeah, zip can be string. Zip. We can do phone. Should phone also be string? Yeah, probably. And appointment date and time, and yeah, that'll be string as well. It'll all just be string. I think so anyway. Can change it later if needed. Appointment date. Okay. All right, so there's that. Oh, yeah, you know what? They probably should start with big letters. In fact, that's what it's warning me. I just wasn't reading it. Okay, so then we'll just do what they did here. So we went, we got a JSON raw message, sure. And we're just going to try, basically just copy paste this. We'll just, oops, not like that. Just copy paste this. It's going to be pretty much very similar. At least that part. You might call it a little boilerplatey or whatever. Okay, so here it's going to be appointment. So we want log. Where's log from? It is just log, I think. Yeah, okay. And then here it said return error. All right, so we can do that much, I guess. So basically, we're going to have to send all these things as a JSON, and that totally makes sense, I think. Okay, so then what did they do next in the example? I'm just copying, basically. Okay, so no, we won't do this. We're not going to try to put something into a bucket. Although, I mean, that idea is interesting as well. We're going to do pretty much the same thing, but we're just going to try to put it into DynamoDB instead, I believe. Interesting. Let's ask ChatGPT that one. Do I still have it open? Next, follow up question. In this example, they just put the record into S3. Is this better than putting it into Dynamo? In the following example, they just put the record into S3. Instead, okay, let's consider carefully what it says here. What kind of data you want to store and how you'll use it later. Store large blobs. So yeah, it's clearly not a large blob. It's just a couple little text fields, right? Yes. So in terms of purpose, 100% I would go with DynamoDB. But let's see the next row. Querying. No native queries. Here we get fast queries. I don't think querying is going to make much difference in this application. Storage model. Entire object. Attributes in a table. So, like, technically, the entire... that one probably doesn't make much difference. Scalability. Practically infinite, cheap per gigabyte. Also scales well, but higher per gigabyte cost. But again, we're not storing large blobs or whatever. So, technically, this one is definitely in favor of S3. So that's kind of at cross purposes to this one. All right, latency. Tens of milliseconds, so slower. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's an advantage of the DynamoDB, I guess, but it's not going to make much difference. Update. Replace the entire object. Update single attributes atomically. I'm not expecting to do updates. Best for logs, reports, backups, receipts, media, orders, users, metadata, session state. So that's like an appointment. Are any of these really like an appointment? Not quite so much. Although, I mean, a receipt and an order. Cheaper for large files, cheaper for small structured data. Oh, okay. Well, that's the winner then. And I don't think I'm going to be using these, probably. So the receipt is a document, not a database record. Downloadable file. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. So, anyway, so yes, it is what we would have expected, according to this chatbot, anyway. So that's fine. So, yeah, so we're not going to do anything like using S3. We are going to use DynamoDB instead. So we're going to copy this here. Oh, wait, do we need this config? I think we do. So let me copy this part. Okay, and so then instead of S3, it's going to be DynamoDB, I guess, right? Okay, cool. So then, so do we need that OS get env for the DynamoDB table? I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind just hard coding the name. Well, okay, sure. So we'll put a DynamoDB table in the environment for the Lambda. All right, sure, we can do that. So they used OS. Okay. So we're going to say table name OS get env dynamo table. Okay, I guess it's basically like that. Undefined. Oh, it should be a big G, of course. Oh, it's a small e? Oh, that surprised me. All right, so we'll use the table name for what? Oh, so if the bucket name came out as nothing, then we had an error. Sure. I mean, I'm just going to follow this example pretty closely, I think. Okay, so this will be table. Dynamo table. And then here they returned an error, but not a string. So let's add in a string there, I guess. Is it just format? I think so, yeah. Okay, so then let's do the next part. So we did this. So then they said create the receipt content and key destination. Ah. All right. So in our case, it's going to look a bit different. I don't think I'm going to try to create a string to put into DynamoDB. So we're not going to do any of that at all, I don't think. So now we're just going to do this part. Yeah, to be honest, let's not return the string after all. There's no sense in it. Okay. So this is going to be save the appointment to DynamoDB. Sure. And then here we'll say successfully saved appointment. Let's see here. They've got order ID. I'm not really trying to make a ID really, so I'll just so I'm gonna say Q dynamo DB table. Sure, whatever. Okay. So now we'll come up here and create the next function, which is called func save appointment. And it takes a CTX context. It takes a table name string. It takes an appointment. It returns an error. Okay, so let's see what they did there. So they went to upload receipt to S3, so that's this one. So now they passed, let's see. So they had to make an S3 client. When was init called? So this is a special file, or a special function, excuse me. Include any code you want Lambda to run during the initialization phase in this init method. Okay, so that's a special function, right? Interesting, interesting. So are we going to need to use a special function like that? It seems like it would probably make sense, right? Let's copy this. Okay, so we're going to say func init. I guess it will be a Dynamo DB client. We're going to find out. That seems like it's probably right. That seems like it's probably right. Uh-oh. Oh, it got rid of it. I think it's like that. No. Let's look this up. So it's service. Oh, it's service, not services. And then it is DynamoDB. Oh, there are so many. Right here. Okay. Service, not services. Yeah? Okay. All right, so then in their init, what's it? Here. So they said S3 client, and that was a var that was like set as being like global here, right? So let's do the same thing. So var client star Dynamo DB. Is that it? Yes, yes. Let's see. Okay, so now this one has missing return. So this is where we're coming to next. Save appointment. So we're going to call something on the DynamoDB client. Let's see if I get any IntelliSense hints. Client dot. Nope, no hints. Okay, well, let's look it up. DynamoDB client. So here it is. API client. Type client struct. Yes, that looks like it. Client provides the API client to make operations call from or for Amazon DynamoDB. Sounds reasonable. I think we can use this. Do we want invoke operation? Where's the doc for this one? Or it's probably fine to just read it here. Actually, nah, let's find the doc for it. This one. Okay, so type client. And then here's some funcs. Batch execute statement, batch get item, batch write item, create backup, create global table, create table, delete backup, delete item, delete resource property, delete table, describe backup. Okay, so far so good, I guess. Yeah, there's a bunch here. It's not necessarily a surprise. Execute statement. Execute transaction. Let's keep looking. Get item. Import list. Put item. This one sounds good. Ah, beautiful. I think we should use this one. Client put item. Okay, so creates a new item or replaces an old item with a new item. If an item that has the same primary key as the new item already exists in the specified table, the new item completely replaces the existing item. You can perform a conditional put operation, add a new item if one with the specified primary key doesn't exist, or replace an existing item if it has certain attribute values. You can return the item's attribute values in the same operation. So let's review what did I do last week when I went into Dynamo. I created a table, and what choice did I make when I created the table here? So I said partition key, and I said it was primary key string. So what was I intending for the primary key string? Was I intending to use a UID? It probably would be a UID, right? I'm gonna stop here before 10. So if we do put item, where were we looking at that? Shoot. Here, right? Put item. So we'll pass a context, and then params, which is a put item input. Oh, interesting. A map of attribute name value pairs, one for each attribute. Yeah, yeah, okay. So we know this. So we've passed the context. So that means we have to turn our appointment struct into a map. And I guess that makes sense, right? And if we're going to use a UID, it's probably at this time that we're going to create it. So to make the put item input, is there a particular good way to do it? It's a struct and not an interface, right? So cannot use input. What is this? Cannot use input as... Oh. Is it like this? Missing return. I think that's as far as I'm going for tonight. I get up at 4 in the morning, so I think I'm stopping. All right, cool.